Mr. Bobby Monsoon. Manson? I don't know who this guy is, but I just found you today. First time I ever found you. Never heard of you. Don't know what you do. I happened to listen and see a Raw on Netflix took a huge loss. Video. It's 15 minutes and 53 seconds. And I got about 7 minutes in because I shut it off because it was like listening to somebody autistic. He said WWE is killing professional wrestling with too much content. Okay, let's address that part. WWE is doing us all a favor. What WWE showed was that sports entertainment is fucking trash. And that there is only one professional wrestling company in America. It's called AEW. WWE has never been professional wrestling. WWE has always been sports entertainment. Everything WWE has ever done was for two things. One, we all in a business to make money. But WWE has always pandered to one side of the world. And why people talk about WWE, well, Bobby Monsoon and C-Jax and BC Amplified, I don't know how his channel's still getting 5,000 views over 6 years. I watched all these dudes, JDNY, Wrestle Talk TV. I watched all these dudes for years. And I wondered, wait, are they really telling the truth? Or are they pandering to the WWE universe for ad money? So they don't got to get the fuck up and work for a living every day like most men. When he said they are killing professional wrestling, no, you're killing wrestling. There's a big difference between professional wrestling, and sports entertainment. Anything connected with WWE is commercialized, it's sports entertainment, it's iHeartRadio with Taylor Swift, Christina Aguilera, and whatever girl that can't sing on the radio with auto-tunes is. WWE is your iHeartRadio. They play all Taylor Swift, Christina Aguilera. They still pumping Britney Spears. Oops, I did it again. This is what these wrestling people sound like. I did some research. Look at WWE's main roster. Look at who they're pushing. We're going to pull a Where's Waldo? Show me that black man. Look at the top. Your top 6 stars. Your top 12 stars are listed as who? Nothing. We already seen D-lister Black. We've seen Logan, John Cena. We all know Cody's only being pushed for money because of the Cody Crybaby fans. Jey Uso, boring. Julia, she's a lesbian, so she's cute. Alexa, boring. Rhea's being pushed like she's a god and hasn't lost in forever and saves everybody. This girl right here at the end above her, she's just got a booty. Here we go again. Look. These are their pay-per-views of 2023. This is 2 years ago. Look at this. Like, Where's Waldo? Oh, we got one. Look, all the way in the back. You see Bobby Lashley. Show me one black man. Royal Rumble? Oh, there go Bobby. He was fired then. Okay, we're going to do it again. Here we go again. This is your Raw right before Goldberg left. Show me one black man. We're going to do it again. Look at your Judgment Day with all the belts. This company has eradicated the thought of black people. Naomi got lucky. You know why? Because she sold her fucking soul and came back. Mercedes Moné went on to be the greatest. You can look at it. You can bitch. You can moan. You can say things like, oh, she says the same. Mercedes has turned out to be the greatest women's champion this world has ever seen in its entirety. 8 belts. More belts than any black man has ever had a championship in 74 years of WWE. But we hate her, right? Everybody hates Mercedes Moné. Let's look at Jade. 56-1. Came to WWE, 2-4. Let's look at Bobby and Shelton. Shelton had that Intercontinental belt maybe twice in 20 years. He'd been a champion since he came over. Once again, WWE has proven that they pick race over talent. I got into a chat with somebody on X after I got my X profile back because I said that WWE only picks race over talent while AEW picks talent over race. You know, I said a video like this before, you have the Ring of Honor. I can't remember this man's name. In the comment, please tell me. We're talking about the Ring of Honor Pure Champ. I think it's Lee Moriarty. I actually believe it's Lee Moriarty is the Ring of Honor Pure Champ. Then you have Bandito. Then you have Bobby and Shelton. Then you have Mercedes. Now I want you to look at that. That is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13 belts. You telling me in 7 years, AEW has produced more non-white champions than more non-white champions than white champions? You ever think that's why the WWE universe and wrestling fans hate them? Because they showed that you can celebrate, you can admire, you can watch, and you can promote the excellence of black athletes too. Not just in the NBA, the Major League Baseball, and the NFL. ESPN jumped on WWE, right? I want you to look at this. ESPN jumped on WWE and they are now streaming WWE, doing interviews about a show that's predetermined. So that means ESPN is just like the reporters hired for WWE. They get the questions. They know they get told who to ask, what to ask, who to make sound like they're doing a good job, because WWE doesn't want somebody like Roman no more. WWE doesn't want Stone Cold, The Rock, and Roman because they were bigger than wrestling. Why do you think they keep pushing Rhea? This is my brutality. Why? She comes out to save everybody, then walks away. She doesn't get beat up. She doesn't get jumped. I don't even understand why EO is not going to get the belt back. I don't know why the Kabuki Warriors even exist. They're old and boring. Kairi Sane already got a hit on her from what she did to Zoe, for putting her out for the rest of her life. So once again, this company has showed that their only motto is what? Look at that. Look familiar? Blonde hair, brown eyes. Dark hair, brown eyes. Brown hair, brown eyes. Blonde hair, blue eyes. Brown hair, brown eyes. Gremlin. Really, really old gremlin. Bald head, brown eyes. Naomi is the champion, but she just gave it up because she's pregnant. Bianca's been off TV for almost the whole year. Liv is injured. She looks like Brawley. JD McDonough, I don't even know how this man has a job over the 60 wrestlers. And let's not go into Karrion Kross, the biggest idiot of all time. He has more Instagram X followers than he does have fans. Ain't nobody buying that man's shirts. Ain't nobody buying his weird looking wife with her oddly placed boobs out her shirt. What relevance does she have? Nothing. But let's go back to the bigger problem. See, here we go again. I'm going to keep going through this because I need to make sure that I'm not making a mistake. Payback. Fastlane. So for that year of 2023, we had Bobby Lashley. No, because Roman had a, 4-year run? Right? So if Roman had a 4-year run, I don't even know what this dude did. Look, Cody versus Roman. It's always the same. It's the same thing. It's the same people. And if this picture doesn't show you that it doesn't matter how good you are. It doesn't matter if you've excelled, exceeded, and blew away the competition in WWE. You know what matters? Your race. Andrade, irrelevant. This guy right here, See this dude right here? Him? He went from Chad Gable. Oh, I'm sorry. I was wrong. Chad Gable, Montez Ford, Carmelo Hayes. The best three wrestlers you have in your whole entire roster. But I got to look at Seth, Braun Box Baker, and Jeffrey Corner on the Cob every week. Paul Heyman comes out talking about the ECW people. Paul Heyman came out and said Tommy Dreamer should be dead, and the crowd is cheering for the death of a man. The crowd is cheering for his family to go in the mourning. The crowd is cheering for his wife and kids to bury him and put him in a casket because Paul Heyman gave up his life to be a WWE bitch. Paul Heyman sold out professional wrestling and went over to become a superstar. Paul Heyman killed professional wrestling. Paul Heyman was the catalyst for the end of professional wrestling because he sold his soul, buried ECW, and went to WWE, and for the last decades and two, been making hundreds of millions of dollars just talking smack. When he said Tommy Dreamer should be dead, and Braun Breaker said, wait, he's still alive, I felt so much pain, and I felt so hurtful. Because there's no thing in this world for another man to wish death upon a man. There was no place for that. And these idiots cheer, and they scream, and they yell, and they loving it. He talks about Rob Van Dam smoking it. He talks about the Sandman hitting the can in his head. Why are you talking about these people if you sold them out to be here? You sent them home so your ass can make money, and now you want to talk about them like they mean something to you? How has nobody smacked the shit out this man from ECW's past? He would never go to AEW because they'd have beat his ass for what he did. But to sit there back to Bobby Monsoon, you know, you said WWE killed professional wrestling. WWE never was professional wrestling. This is why I don't understand why you have these views or these subs. WWE has never been a professional wrestling company. WWE has been an entertainment company. WWE is nothing more than iHeartRadio. WWE is nothing more than Lionsgate that put out them 47 Saw movies. The companies that put out 16 Toy Story movies. The companies that put out freaking 94 Pokemon video games, 107 different versions of Pokemon, 94 versions of freaking Yu-Gi-Oh! Yo, look, I watched Yu-Gi-Oh! Sorry, we're going to get off track a little bit. I watched Yu-Gi-Oh! The first season. My daughter watched Yu-Gi-Oh! The first season. I have no clue what this show is about. I have looked at Christian Miracle. He's the WWE Sins guy. Matter of fact, props to Christian Miracle. Dude, I've been with you since your second video. I love your videos. He does Yu-Gi-Oh! Sin videos. He sends WWE pay-per-views. I have no idea what the show is about. Well, I literally have no clue what Yu-Gi-Oh! Is. But anyway, back to the point is, WWE is your commercial bitch. They are your Yu-Gi-Ohs, your Pokemons, your Mario Karts. They're your Call of Duties that come out every single year with some bullshit. They are your iHeartRadio. They are your AM radio that plays the same 10-minute news over time. They are your guys on X, like Wrestle Talk TV, that talk about how wonderful and amazing. I don't understand how anybody could say this is an amazing, wonderful, creative product. I watched somebody that said on YouTube that said WWE has done amazing. His name is The Great One. WWE is doing amazing things on Raw. This dude was just marking out for GTA years ago, and when that went dry, now he's a WWE content maker because he had no way to keep his subscribers, so he had to mark out. These dudes wasn't dealing with wrestling. They seen it as a profit. I see it as a way to communicate with people I'll never meet in my whole life. I don't need your ad revenue. I don't need your ads. I don't need none of that. I'll never mark out. I'll never allow commercials to run on my channel. I don't give a damn if I had 90,000 subs small. I'm not running ads. I'm not going to be a part of the problem. And you know who the problem is? Bobby Monsoon, C-Jax, Wrestle Talk, BC Amplified, Wrestle Talk TV. That guy that talked about the AEW MVP is the problem. But that guy, I went on his Twitter page. Guess what? He ain't got one bad thing to say about anybody in WWE. WWE's writers are paid for to ask certain questions. WWE interviewers, now Sports Center. You know, he said they WWE killed professional wrestling with content. WWE has never labeled themselves a professional wrestling company. So where the fuck are you getting your facts from? Not one time, even in the Attitude Era, did WWE ever say we're a wrestling company. They said we're sports entertainment. Bobby Monsoon, wake the fuck up. You're dead wrong on this. And I'd like for you to address this. WWE has not, and if they did, I want you to pull up the clip where it says we are a professional wrestling company. They said we are a sports entertainment. AEW is a professional wrestling company. New Japan is a professional wrestling company. CMLL is a professional company. This, and now they want to do the Forbidden Door thing. Have you noticed everything AEW has started? WWE is following them. Now they want to come early on Mondays because they can't compete with NFL coming. Now they want to start TNA on Wednesday because they can't compete with AEW. Not one AEW fan is going to wake up and say, what happened to that TNA guy? TNA's the same way. Show me one. Show me one in TNA. They're female champs, blonde hair, blue eyes. That Joe Hendry, blonde haired, blue eyes. It's all the same formula. Rosa Parks, I thought she got us off the back of the bus, but in actuality, I can't blame Triple H. If black people stop going, then he would change. Black people, you keep us at the back of the bus. You actually keep digging the hole deeper so we never could get up front. Stop talking this shit and tell the truth. WWE picks race over talent. Bobby Monsoon, C-Jax, BC, Wrestle Talk, JDNY, all these famous YouTubers y'all all love and give 1,000 likes to every video. They drop a video at 10 o'clock and by 10:02 they got 9,000 views. How do you do? I seen BC Amplified do a 47-minute review of Raw. I can't find 4 minutes review of Raw. Most of this has been talking about the past, the present, and the future. But it's not talking about what they're doing on each show. An hour? An hour-long podcast about nothing? Just keep drinking your coffee, sir. Bobby Monsoon, keep making your little weird video shake. I don't know how to do that fancy shit. C-Jax, you stick to your impersonations. You stick to doing what you do. But when one of y'all really actually tell the truth, just tell the truth. WWE hates black people. They only pick women close to. At one point they was only putting women in championship. Like Nia Jax for years, she would only be relevant around Black History Month. Bobby Lashley was in them pay-per-views around Black History Month, Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, Payback. It's the same formula. Why? Because black people keep going. If black people stop supporting this product, you might see Carmelo Anthony out of catering. This is your boy, No Face, No, your 4:17 a.m. review of everything.